My Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
Hola, I'm Stuart. I'm Aaron. Welcome to Kanu.
Bula Fiji, my name's Lancito. I'm the chef owner for Kanu restaurant in Nandi. And this is Mai Fiji.
Meet Lancito, a multi-award-winning Fiji-Australian chef that is leading the way by inspiring a new level of Pacific gastronomy, a technique he uses to develop the relationships between food, culture, and the art of preparing and serving rich and delicate appetizing food. He owns Kanu Restaurant, Fiji's first gastropub, which is located in Fiji's gateway, Nandi.
Kanu is Fiji's first gastropub. So gastro meaning food, a pub meaning a place to drink. So for me it was, I identified there was this niche in the market for locals. You know, a good place to eat, but at the same time a good place to eat and drink. We've had a lot of drinking holes in place, and there's famous drinking holes throughout Fiji. But really, can you think of good eating places that are drinking as well? And that's the gap in the market that I identified. Yeah. Oh, look, I used to come back from the islands after working on the islands for a couple of weeks, and found it hard for me as a local to come and sit down and enjoy some good food, some drinks with friends. We had our tourist type places, but for us, I don't want to pay tourist prices. I'm a local, I don't want to pay tourist prices. So I'd go to those places for special occasions, but there was very few other places out, especially here in the West, where I could meet up and say, hey, I'll meet you here, Or a few years ago, I had a whole delegation of chefs here, international chefs, and they came here, and the obvious question a chef asks in a foreign country is, where's your best place to eat? And truly, I was struggling to find somewhere to recommend to them and go, oh, try here, you'll love it, So that was the motivation. So Kanu, I guess, has been in my head for about 7 years, so it's been that long. Its name, I don't know, so you haven't asked me about its name. Its name comes from the Kanu. So I wanted an easy name for people to remember, but to me, it's paying homage to the origins of Fiji. The first ancestors arrived on the Kanu, the Ndrua. They arrived with their plants and seeds and animals on the boat and all that sort of thing. So to me, this was the start of this journey, a new journey of food, hence the name Kanu. Look, for me, I've always identified there are certain tastes that have affected our cuisine here. One is obviously the Pacific Island. So anything from the itoke type of cooking, lovo, kokonda, tavu, all those styles play into this. The second major one is Indian, and we have to recognize that here in Fiji, the Indian cuisine, the indentured laborers that arrive, have had an enormous impact on how we eat. And then you had the Chinese, of course, Chinese cuisine here, and like every other Pacific Island country, is huge. And then you had a bit of the European, a bit of the British and all that. So for me to create this thing, it was to combine all of those together. If I'm going to create a new style of cuisine, a new style of eatery, it had to include all those elements so that I wasn't just a Fijian eatery, I'm not just a Chinese eatery, it's a fusion. So I call it an Asian Fijian fusion. And that's the essence of our whole direction of the menu in terms of flavour. Ocean is critical. Ocean and farm are critical. We're on an island, so I would expect any good eatery in Fiji to have some good seafood. So we pull seafood from across the whole island, whether it's the pearl oysters from Salvasavu, from the J Hunter Pearl Farm in Salvasavu, the yasawas here, our biggest source of all the shellfish, the lobsters, the crabs, the paka paka, all that sort of stuff comes from the Asawas. So we rely on that here. Then you got locally here, you've got all the local type seafood, the kai, the nama, all that is critical because if you think about it, Fijian food, the itoke food was all based on the sea, you know, so the ancestors were pescatarians once. They only ate from the sea and vegetables. They hardly ate any red meat. So to me, again, including those elements is critical in this style of menu. And we all love seafood. I don't know any local doesn't love seafood. So yes, the ocean plays an important part.
Lance has been credited with igniting a cultural food revolution across Fiji. In 2016, he became a dual citizen and was the star of the South Pacific's top-rating adventure cooking show, Taste of Paradise. He has worked with some of the country's top brands such as Fiji Airways and became the honorary culinary advisory to the Fiji Olympic team.
So we ran straight into COVID. So for me, that was obviously the biggest challenge. A lot of my colleagues, a lot of the industry were worried that, boy, I've opened at the wrong time, you know, I've opened right at the beginning of the pandemic. So the challenge then was, okay, how do I adapt now to this local market? And that was a challenge and it's an ongoing challenge. Look, the best thing I found is we're feeding people now. And because of that demand now of people wanting to experiment and wanting to try and more adventurous, the pleasure for all of us is that we're providing food, we're providing experience that maybe pre-COVID they may never have experienced. But under this lockdown where we're all in this a bubble together and we're not looking out anymore because there's no use, it's all locked down, so we're all looking in now. So now the opportunity for us is to provide something that the locals really, really enjoy. So whether it's an island, a hotel, small shop, you know, this is the opportunity. How can we create a small business that keeps the locals happy? Because I'll tell you what, if the locals love what we're doing, the tourists are going to absolutely love it
100%
when they eventually return. So this is the opportunity. For me, it's just, I don't know if it's my Chinese upbringing or what, but it's just, there is no question to me in my mind to stop. A lot of people thought I was just going to give up and just close, but in my mind there was no thought to even closing, you know. Our family of staff here that we support, you know, that's in the back of my mind, you know. Every one of these kids and families that work here, the farmers that I support and the suppliers I support, you know, it's a big network. The family's not just here, it's like here. So that's in the back of my mind, you know.
Next, we meet fitness trainer Jonathan Hill. Find out about the work he does. This is Mai Fijian Voices. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
Bula, I'm Jonathan Hill, co-founder, head trainer and director of Afterburn Fitness Fiji. This is Mai Fiji.
One of Fiji's top amateur boxers, Jonathan Hill, a passionate fitness trainer, is the brains behind Afterburn Fitness Fiji. This popular SME boasts a clientele that also includes members of the Fijian Parliament. His fitness circuits is becoming popular in Suva and quickly becoming the capital city's must-attend fitness program.
I'm Jonathan, I'm the founder of Afterburn Fitness Fiji alongside my wife and my younger brother, Ned Jr. I'm a Australian certified personal trainer and group trainer. Also certified in battle rope, kettlebell work, TRX, and strength and conditioning. I have 6 years experience in the industry, locally, on super yachts and overseas. So what inspired the idea And as you know, Andy, a lot of people lost their jobs because of COVID. And my wife, my brother and I were part of that group who lost their job. And in order to sustain ourselves and to keep money going, we thought of starting Afterburn as its own business. Because when Afterburn was brought to Fiji, we had started in Suva Boxing and Fitness, where we had just one class every lunchtime. Right now we have 3 classes, one in the morning from 5 to 6, one at lunchtime at BoxFit HQ, which belongs to Winston. That one's from 1:15 to 1:45, a half an hour session, catering for the lunch hour people. And the other one is in the afternoon from 5 to 6 here at Albert Park. So the training that we offer clients vary from Tabata Afterburn. We have Afterburn BoxFit, which includes boxing and circuit training. We've got Afterburn HIIT and Super Circuit, where we have weight training, running, and Afterburn Strength and Conditioning, where it's strength-based. This allows rugby players or performance athletes to get their workout done.
Afterburn Fitness Fiji runs 3 fitness sessions, morning, lunch and afternoon classes that last between 45 minutes to an hour. The classes are run either at the iconic Albert Park in the center of Suva or Brewster Street in Turek.
Yeah, so Afterburn is for everyone. You don't have to be fit or slim to join Afterburn. This is where you come and get fit. Our training, Andy, are pace-based. So you come and you work at your own pace, and as time go on, you get fitter, or the client gets fitter, slimmer, healthier. Members, trying to secure members, because we started brand new straight after COVID. Yes, so members, equipment, sourcing equipment locally, genuine equipment locally is pretty difficult. But what we did was went to our local JR White and Sports World store. We were able to get kettlebells, sandbags, battle ropes, and just a few weights so we could start our business. Okay, to overcome the number of clients, we just showed up to work. 5 a.m. in the morning we were here, even though there were only 2 people. But we just kept showing up and the numbers kept growing. So with assistance, really, Andy, our members helped us. At the beginning, we did a katimbia, where our members came and all the money was to buy equipment for our business and to pay Albert Park for the hire of their space. Really, it's our members who helped us, really. The best thing about what we do, Andy, is meeting other people from different backgrounds, different titles. We have parliamentarians, surgeons, nurses, doctors, but when they all come to Afterburn, we're equal. Everyone's equal, from the trainer to the client. We're equal. There's no hierarchy. So for Afterburn, Andy, COVID-19 has impacted us positively. We look at the positive side of COVID, and this is because people being stuck at home for more than 2 weeks start to see that they need physical activity for a good and healthy lifestyle. So we see it in a positive way. We still have clients, we're still happy, and that's it. Our clients motivate us. Our clients, we're always excited to come and show up every morning to meet our clients, every afternoon. And this is because we've created a relationship, where we always look forward to going to work and yeah, interacting with our clients, or we call them family. We're not really our clients, we're family. I'm probably not one to be taking advice from, but from experience, the best thing to do when you're starting is just to show up. If you have one client, show up for that client. If you make one sale a day, go back the next day, try and get 2. So for us, we just show up and do what we do, and everything else will just fall into place. In 5 years' time, we're looking at having growing the Afterburn into a gym, then eventually taking this Afterburn program overseas because it works. And having gyms in Vanuatu, New Zealand, and one here in Fiji.
Up next, I introduce you to rising hairdressing star Enele Maafu. Meet this talented barber after the break, only on Mai Fijian Voices. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
My name is Enele Maafu, and I'm a hairdresser and a barber, and this is Mai Fiji. My name is Enele Maafu Nambola. I am originally from Yasamuera in Aviti, and I have maternal links to Lovoni in Ono-Ilau. But I was brought up by a single mom and my grandparents, so I always have that link to Vanua Levu, the Kondrove Viani, where my grandfather is originally from. And the funny fact is that I haven't been to any of those islands from Ono-Ilau, from my mom or my dad in Yasamuera Navit. I'm an artist in this industry of hairdressing or a barber, and I've been in this industry for more than a year or so. But my passion goes way back in my childhood days. So I have been in this industry for 5 or 6 years. So as a barber, I am also operating at home during my free hours and on the weekends. And I'm currently based in World Harvest Plaza Kinoya, level 2 in Unique Hair and Beauty. Growing up, I have my mom, single parent, raised me up, and it resulted me in being rebellious in school, doing wrong decisions. I was expelled from school, suspended from improper haircuts and such behavior that caused me to be expelled from school. And then when I went to boarding school, I've always had that interest in haircutting, but then every day I get to practice with my friends also, and it's one way of me to show my mom that my existence on earth is not a mistake. Is one way I can give back to her, is make her proud in this industry. I've been cutting hair in school. I didn't realize it, that I have something good about haircutting, but just the feedbacks from my friends and my teachers, it has enabled me to pursue this passion and career. First challenge is not having the proper tools, because back in high school we only have a trimmer, a simple comb. We can just put a razor blade and you can cut here. And the other thing is convincing my mom to pursue this career and to cut hair. And yes, I have my family as well to convince as well that I'm interested in cutting hair. So yeah.
Talented Baba Enele Maafu operates out of Unique Hair and Beauty in the Harvest Complex, which is located on the corner of Khalsa Road and Kings Road in Nasinu, a 15-minute drive outside of the capital city. He is famed for his unique men's styles and is one of a handful of Fijian barbers that has mastered the art of fade, a hairstyle that is very popular amongst men.
Best thing is, it's always a good feeling when you have a client that gives you a good feedback, a best feedback, and that satisfaction on his face. It gives me more energy to keep on doing what I'm doing. Firstly, it has impacted me in I have a drop of clients. It has caused my clients financial wise. And because of my location, it is not in town, so I think maybe they have a problem in their fare, because it's on Suva Nusuri corridor, whether for the barber shops in Suva, where you get to do random things around town, you can just do your haircut. For me, they have to come to me exact to have their haircut. So that is one thing I have, COVID-19 has impacted me. And the other thing is I get to connect with other barbers, and we get to create a ministry, a barber ministry, where we go out to people who are unemployed. COVID-19 has changed a lot of businesses, and I'm also experiencing this. For some working days I've been knocking off earlier, and then I get to go out back to my neighborhood and cut my friends for free, or maybe lesser prices for some other.
Aside from grooming his clients in the salon, Enele also donates his time and talent to the community. He has offered free haircuts to students in his neighborhood whose parents have been affected by job losses through COVID-19, and was recently part of a haircut drive to help raise funds for the purchasing of books and stationery for school out in the maritime zone.
I'm in a barber ministry, and we've been doing outreach to communities and people. We also, one of us is doing a Bible study, which is help us a lot in our spiritual life, because COVID-19 has taught us in many ways, especially in our spiritual, where when everything is falling down physically, everything we can see is falling down, business, financially, when you're spiritually fed, you won't mind what is happening around us. So that has helped me and my friends as well. What motivates me is that there are many people out there that are facing difficulties and struggles, and we need a lot of people out there in the field to reach out to them and help them. So for me, helping people who are affected, that has kept me motivated to do my work every day also. Firstly is, just put God first. It may sound funny to some, but God is the source of everything. If you put Him first, everything will just fall in place. Your passion, your talent, everyone has an individual potential. Just put God first, and He will show you, and He'll provide for everything for you. Maybe if you don't have a talent, just pick something out in a community that is missing. Could be taking pictures, could be singing, could be sharing jokes with some people and making them laugh. It could be start off as that, but then God will show you the rest as time goes on. 5 years time, I would see myself still operating a Baba ministry where I get to connect with other Babas and see myself. We'll be having a trailer maybe or a bus filled with Baba chairs, and we will get to go to the interior of Viti level, or we'll go to Vanua level, or maybe to the islands and show them an experience, to reach out to them, not only to cut here, but to hear their stories and tell them more about life, and share the talents, what they want to do. So 5 years from now, I'll see myself operating a Baba ministry.
Thank you for watching our show. I hope you enjoyed meeting celebrity chef Lance Sito, fitness guru Jonathan Hill, and talented Baba Enele Maafu. Now get in touch with me if you also know of someone that has an inspiring story that we can share on our platform. You can message me via the Mai TV Facebook page. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your family and friends. I'm Andy Blake. This is Mai Fijian Voices. Nisama Demanda.
Mai Fijian Voices. Mai Fijian Voices.
Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.